Baby, be in love with your fantasies. I can be your star, make us shine so bright. Welcome to my dungeon, this is ecstasy. Let me play the fantasy.
What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Asia.
And it's your boy, BJ, and we back like we never left. We back with another reaction.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Most importantly, we appreciate y'all for supporting this channel and holding us down in a real way. Now, we're about to be checking out a new video today. This is actually a video that one of our law supporters sent to us via email. Now, it's titled 1985 Hearing. Joe Biden says the N-word out loud twice. Now, when we get a lot of these videos, we already kind of know sometimes like the title can kind of be misleading just in regards to kind of what the content. You got it?
I thought I was finna sneeze.
You got it?
I thought I was about to sneeze.
But yeah, but we get a lot of videos with a lot of titles that sometimes they can be a little salacious in regards to like actually what the video is going to be about. So I definitely wanted to check this one out. But when he sent this video to us, you know, I kind of already know like a backstory in regards to him. I already know that, you know, he comes from a red state. He's a conservative. So when he sent this to me, I was like, is he like sending like some type of like clickbait or something that he wants us to like to check out just in regards to like, you know, to further bash Joe Biden, you know? So those are my thoughts like initially as he like sent this over. But I definitely want to check it out just to see what it's about, because I have heard that at one point in time Joe Biden like uttered the N-word, but I didn't know like what context that it was used in.
In this video, he did that?
I don't know. I people just told me just knowing him in politics, Joe Biden in politics, that he had said the N-word, and they were saying that there is video out of him saying it. So like I said, somebody sent this one to us and wanted us to check it out. So this will be our first time checking out this reaction, checking out this video in regards to Joe Biden saying the N-word. But you know, I don't know. Like I said, it's very, very touchy. It's very touchy subject in regards to like the N-word, because like when people throw that word out there, that's for me, that's probably like the most disrespectful word in the English language. You know, I really feel like that the N-word should be eradicated from the dictionary altogether. Just in regards to like my family history, knowing like where my parents came from, my great grandparents came from, and them having to deal with that word being thrown out at them and them being characterized as that N-word. So I kind of tread it real lightly in regards to like having this particular video, because we've had this probably like a couple of weeks and we never even touched it. So we're going to go ahead and touch on it today and check out the video. And I kind of want to see exactly like how Joe Biden is using this particular word, because like I said, we get a lot of videos sent to us, whether it be somebody that's like a Republican, they're a Democrat, conservative, liberal, like however it dials up, you know. So I definitely want to kind of check this out and kind of check out Joe Biden and see what context he's using this in.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Like, I'm just like, okay, go. You need to go. Okay, hit the button.
You ready? Let's check it out, though. Let's check it out.
Clearly indicates that there was intent. The court found the plan with unerring precision slices through the city's traditional subunit, the ward, in a racially selective manner, leaving intact predominantly white wards while carving up those densely populated by blacks. As of the governor, the court concludes, quote, the governor's opposition to the Nunes plan was predicated in significant part on his delineation of a majority black district centered in Orleans Parish. In a confidential portions of your staff memo, they brought to your attention the allegation that important legislators in defeating the Nunes plan in the basement said, quote, we already have a nigger mayor and we don't need any more nigger big shots. And the court cited evidence of discriminatory intent on the part of other legislators, including the representative who testified at the court hearing, that there were legislators, quote, who don't feel they wanted to have a district that would be able to elect.
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah, I have to go back.
That there, we don't need any more nigger big. Nunes plan in the basement said, quote, we already have a nigger mayor and we don't need any more nigger big shots. And the court cited evidence of discriminatory intent on the part of other legislators, including the representative who testified at the court hearing, that there were legislators, quote, who don't feel they wanted to have a district that would be able to elect. Clearly.
Okay, now I see. Because again, like when someone sent this email to me, they kind of was saying it in a very, very negative way in regards to like Joe Biden. That's why this email sat for a very long time before we even like kind of touched on the video. But he even said it before he said the N-word twice. He said like, may I quote? And it sounds like he's reading obviously he's quoting it from somebody else in regards to, he said New Orleans Parish, like somewhere in Louisiana.
Almost like there was a section. There was, gosh, I can't remember like specifically. Like there was a section of, how they have, I guess, different districts or sections of like like Louisiana. But I feel like what he's talking about is when they put them, like the way that they were divided is I think what he's making reference to,
the
like
districts
how,
or the counties.
yeah. So he was saying, I think he's saying that the people who, however they were divided, they put all the black people together and left all the white people together, is what it sounds like he's making reference to, because he's talking about something that's predicated toward discriminatory like acts in regards to whoever made that quote was making reference to how they divided the people.
So they already had a black mayor, and that's what he was referring to.
So he said, we already got a black mayor. We don't need another black person in power, basically, is what he was referring to. But either way it goes, I mean, I don't know how you could take that out of context. He's quoting something that somebody else said.
Yeah.
I mean, and if that's what he said, that's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, like, I wouldn't.
I need to know more about it. Like, who is he quoting, though? Like, you know exactly what he was quoting, and
whoever was in charge of putting together like their districts, or because he made reference to like a parish, or I don't know if they're like
an Orleans parish, like a different county or district,
different districts or whatever. But whoever did it, like supposedly it's something around like this guy, whoever he's referring to is what I'm thinking about in my head. Something about him redrawing the districts, and part of the reason why he did that was so that he could redraw to put all the black people in one district and all the white people, like to separate,
to kind of segregate them to a degree,
so that they would be considered as like, this section, and then whatever other sections there were. But the particular section was for the black people to be put into one. That's why he redrew the map, and they were like, there were a lot of people that were opposed to him redoing that, or something along those lines. I can't remember like how specific it got, but there was some opposition to it, and people didn't like it, and whoever did it was, their whole intent and purpose was to make sure that all the black people were together, and they took out the white people
in Louisiana.
Yeah,
and Louisiana is probably like one of the most like underprivileged places that you can go to. Like Louisiana is almost like a third world country at this point right now. Like if you actually like go there and look at the economics of Louisiana and see like the poverty there, like it's super, like very, very poverty stricken in Louisiana.
Yeah.
So basically who he's quoting is the person that was trying to like separate the white people and the black people in this particular parish.
Right.
And he's just quoting, making quote of what that particular person said.
Yeah, I think, and you see it
like the racist comment
in actual hearings. So I think it went like, it was really kind of a big deal, because once they kind of brought it out to the forefront, they were trying to bring forward the discriminatory type of acts, and apparently the guy, it's probably what he said. Like that's why he did what he did, and he said what he said, and now I think that was ultimately why it ended up coming out.
I got you.
Because he made that comment, so I don't know. I can't really necessarily say that, he said it. I mean, I don't know if there was any other way, especially if you're trying to take somebody to court to bring forth facts and in
a hearing.
Yeah, and kind of say what it is that you're making reference to.
I was trying to make sure that he wasn't like giving like his own personal speech in regards to something, and he said the N-word.
No,
because that's the context that the email was. That's why, like I said, the email sat there for a couple of weeks. But yeah, I just don't like when people send us like things like that, videos to check out, and they kind of like base it around trying to like bash someone, whether they're just trying to bash Joe Biden or they're trying to dump on Trump.
I mean,
for their own personal agenda.
I mean, granted, we've been doing a lot of like political stuff and stuff like that, like. And regardless of like what it is, I mean, I don't want anything that's like a misrepresentation of what it is that, you know, you're trying to put across to somebody or to paint somebody a certain type of way. If the context and what he's using it in is like, you know, granted, he said what he said, but he was in a safe space. That's where he's supposed to say that. And especially if he's being very specific in a court hearing, in a case hearing at that, in terms of trying to bring forth some type of evidence. I don't come in there tiptoe. If you was trying to come tell me and tiptoeing around what it is that you're trying to say, when what it is really important and vital to probably the case that you're trying to make, you need to say what it is. I don't give a damn what it is.
Yeah, and he prefaced it by saying, quote, you know, so.
He would have to. He would have to. Because otherwise, I mean, it would be different if, you know, if he was just making a comment and as a general statement. Like, that's completely different than somebody using something in a context of which somebody else used.
This is more like a hearing
where
someone kind of gave like testimony and he's just reading it back.
Yeah.
Okay. Because again, like I said, I was like, I don't know if I really want to touch on this one in regards to like Joe Biden and saying the N-word. But like I said, in regards to like just the context that he used it in regards to like a court hearing, like I said, I can see it because again, you know that the N-word is a very, very touchy subject already, especially like I said, like with us using it in our own culture with each other, and let alone like it just being a word that's used by someone that's representing the United States of America. I just want to see exactly what context it was being used in. And
then considering, you know, even then, like in 1985, like for him to be in the position that he was in, like granted, I don't think any in a court setting like that, you just wouldn't even be bold enough to walk in a court setting and just use words like that just freely and openly without any hesitation. Like he probably had, you know, he probably had to think that through whether or not he actually wanted to say what he was gonna say because
it didn't look like
he was saying.
But again, like you said, he's in a safe space to do that because it's a court hearing, so he's just quoting words from somebody else, you know.
Yeah.
These aren't his thoughts, these aren't his words. That's what, and again, like I said, I just love to be able to get full transparency, especially like when we cover like certain topics, especially very, very sensitive subjects in regards to like just the N-word and anybody saying, especially, you know, a political figure, someone that's representing the United States of America. I just wanted to see exactly how he was saying it in the context, so we wouldn't take it the wrong way.
Nah.
You know? Because the email, like I said,
this context,
the email was tricky.
This setting, I don't count that. That's discountable. You can't. I'm not gonna pin that on it. Like not in that way, because that's not the context he was using it, and that's not the context in which he was trying to say. He was just saying something that someone else said, quoting them literally. Perfect. You know. Okay. So, yeah, womp womp.
Yeah, and again, like I said, we love what we do. We love checking out like videos, especially things that people suggest to us, and they type out emails and tell us how like certain things affect them. But you know, when we get certain emails and people give us information where it almost sounds like they're trying to like aim like disgust or throw garbage on somebody else's name, you know, those are things that I don't like. You know what I mean? And sometimes you know you got to weed through it and you got to be able to see through it and see it clearly. But yeah, this was a good one. Just in regards to like just understanding the context that he was using it though.
Yeah. So if y'all enjoyed this video, be sure you give us a big thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, smash that notification bell, join the family, and if ain't nobody else told you, I love you. And we're gonna see y'all in the next video, y'all.
Absolutely.
Yeah.